Hey, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 30th. Slightly different sky out there this morning than there was yesterday. And you can see why, because it's the progress of the fronts on the chart that we got up on the screen. It shows it's sort of a fragmented feature, and I think this sort of broken line here is the bit that's really over us. The main area of rain really is going to be going across the Midlands today. You'll see that on the rainfall radar in a minute. We're back into a westerly flow. That sort of changed yesterday evening from easterly back to westerly. So fairly wide spacing on isobars. It's not strong wind today. And I don't think that'll be a real feature. Cloud is the main feature of today. Quick look at the TAFs. And Farnborough haven't got a TAF out this morning, which is unusual. So we'll just have to use Gatwicks instead. So 275 knots for most of the day. I think there's a chance it might swing a little bit more southwesterly, but shouldn't take us onto another run. I think we'll be staying on the main run today. Cav OK, and it says becoming between 10 and 14, broken at 4,000 feet. Yeah, there's sort of quite obviously going to be cumulus further to the east by the looks of it. We'll get cumulus here, but it won't be quite as high. And then overnight, you're getting into the rain here. Heathrow's pretty similar picture, really. They're saying few at 4.5, but similar wind direction. They're a bit more southwesterly, but it's still light. Upper winds. Middle of the country, 240 degrees down over us to the 250, 270 flying heights, so westerly. And yeah, 15 knots. I think it looks about right looking at all the other forecasts I've looked at this morning. SatPic shows the cloud spilling in right down to the east of us and the south of us earlier, and I think it's going to sort of stay that way. The main bulk of the cloud really is going across the Midlands, and we'll have sort of bright intervals and thinner upper cloud here than further north. Rainfall radar shows where it's sat across the Midlands. I think we might catch an odd shower that drifts across north of us. We're really unlucky to catch something across us, really. But the main band of it, this chunk here, is going to come across the Midlands during the morning, early afternoon. We're no more than a cloud feature by the looks of it. Temperature-wise, down a couple of degrees on yesterday. I think 24, 25, about right for today. And dew points, it's actually a bit humid as well. Humidity's gone up a little bit, so dew points, they're around the sort of 12 mark at the moment. They're not going to go down very much as that front is sort of slowly moving in. So it's going to feel quite warm and a little bit humid. But a temperature split of about 10 degrees. So if we're going to get any cumulus cloud base, eventually it'll be about 4,000 feet. Soundings that show it reasonably optimistic. If you plug in, I think I plugged in 25 degrees there, and with a dew point of around about 11, probably cloud base somewhere around 4,000 feet, cloud tops about 7. But what you need to notice from this one is there's a lot of cloud mid-level, both up through here, sort of the sort of 10 to 15,000 feet mark around there, and further up. So lots of cloud associated with the front. And if you move that on a few hours, it's still there at various levels. But it sort of says it's going to be all right here for most of the day. Top Meteo, they're showing that the sort of low cloud and the rain going up through the Midlands, that's sort of 10 o'clock, clear here. But mid-level cloud thickening up as the day goes on with cumulus below it. So yeah, certainly some local soaring possible short cross country, lots of spread out, and mid-level cloud coming and going really. Thermal heights by mid-morning, 11, 12 o'clock, beginning to get going, soarable here. And as you can see, the prediction is possibly later on 3,500 to 4,000 feet. Like sort of mid-afternoon. So it sort of depends on the cloud coming and going really with the warm front. The predicted flight distance would be quite nice down into London. So east towards Farnborough and then off into London, quite nice in that direction, but just soarable around us. A little bit better than local soaring maybe for the brave. Sky sight doesn't really show a lot of difference. Hydrothermals, Lasham's here, so 12 to 1,400 meters. Cloud base, about the same. And cloud cover, they just show varying levels. Lower level stuff up to 4,000 meters all around, and there's some green mid-level stuff over here as well. So different layers of cloud coming and going during the day. So certainly flyable all day, folks. Westerly wind, not too fresh, 10 to 15 knots of flying heights, and soarable, probably from late morning onwards. Local soaring, really, nothing more than that. Okay. Airspace wise, actually not a lot going on compared to yesterday, which was a very busy picture. Relevant to us, number 16 is Middle Wallop. They've just no time, they're winching today. Number 19 is high intensity radio transmissions within the Salisbury Plain danger area. The important ones are 20 and 21. So parachuting at high clear at 6 o'clock tonight between 1800 hours and 1835, and then after that there's an air display at 1915 to 2000 hours, so 7:15 to 8 o'clock. Don't think it'll be of relevance to us particularly. Other things that go on 25 is just a don't overfly event for military aircraft, and number 27, just thought I'd point that one out as a regional starting at Dunstable. And that really is about it airspace wise. No jet after the chaos of yesterday. Goodness, no jet movements today. I think we had 2 jet movements, 2 King Airs in and out, and a couple of cancelled jet movements. So it was pretty chaotic yesterday, but nothing today. So we'll be on runway 27, and I'll go and set things up fairly shortly. We'll get out there and go flying.